Hi, welcome, folks. If you're just coming in, we're getting ready for another weekly real estate news webinar. Very glad to have you here with us today. Now, my name is Rick Grant. I am the editorial director for Weekly Real Estate News, and it's my pleasure to host today's webinar. First, some housekeeping. You will notice in your interface or your web window. Over on the right, you have a place where you can ask your questions or comments. It says comments. Anytime during this presentation you have one, just type it in there. I'll be watching for it. I'll splash it up for our guests to respond to as many of those problems as we can. If you have any technical problems during our presentation today, also put them in the comments. I'll be watching it. All right, let's get started. Now, Jerome Powell's term as Fed chair came to an end this month. And while you're already seeing headlines all over the place focusing on what's next for the Fed, those of us in real estate are wondering what effects will this have on our industry. Today, we're going to break that down for you. We're going to talk about what's actually happening beneath the headlines and how the 1% of realtors are positioning themselves now to both generate new business and protect the deals they have in their pipelines right now. Now, to discuss this, we're joined by two executives from SunWest Mortgage. Luke Rosenblum, he's the Chief Client Officer, and David Pahava is Vice President for Capital Markets for the company. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
Now, Luke, I know.
Thanks, Rick. It's great to be here with you today.
Well, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're going to share this information with our audience here at Weekly Real Estate News. Now, we've been building a reputation for providing the kind of information to the realtors that follow us that will help them be more successful. And I know that's exactly what you're going to talk about today. So, Luke, I'm going to turn it over to you to introduce David and tell us what we're going to see today.
Thanks so much, Rick. Yeah, David is our wizard in capital markets. I don't know how he does it. He may have a crystal ball there at home, but he always seems to have an amazing insight into what's happening in these markets. I'd like to hand it over to David today just to get us started, kind of explain what's happening with this transition and the volatility that we might be seeing in the markets in the weeks ahead.
Oh, thank you
David,
very much.
what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, thank you, Luke, for the introduction. Yeah, I mean, we have been seeing since March, all the geopolitical events that are, affecting the markets. So you've seen, rates go up quite a bit since March. And if that wasn't enough, of course, uh, we heard about the exit of Jerome Powell, which was scheduled. Now his transition out of the Federal Reserve, of course, has added a new layer of volatility. And now when we just to keep it simple, when we talk about mortgage rates, it's not the Fed that really drives the rate. It's essentially the bond market, the bond buyers, who are buying these bonds, long-term bonds, that really drive the rates. And bond buyers are primarily looking at where the inflation is going to be long term, and that's why this transition is very important. Now, what this transition, what the bond market buyers are really focused at is the Fed independence and whether the next chair, uh, Chair Wash, is going to stay focused on controlling inflation, and whether is he going to be influenced by the administration to lower the rates when they don't need to be lowered. So this uncertainty has caused the treasury markets to spike up. The yields have spiked up. The 10-year and the 30-year yields, we've seen have gone up as the investors are adjusting their expectation towards the inflation and the future of the interest rate. So as we all know, our this audience, amazing audience, we all know, as the rates spike, a few things happen in the housing market. First, the purchasing power goes down. When we qualify consumers, you're expecting higher monthly payments due to higher interest rates, so that reduces their, purchasing power. The customers, the sellers especially, they get rate locked into their homes. So sellers who have lower mortgage rates, versus the current market, they're less willing to sell and give up their cheap financing. And of course, the families who are looking to upgrade into bigger homes, better homes, they stay put in, and they don't want to buy their new homes. So, this is how the volatility has been impacting the housing market.
All right. So I know our guests, they're active in the market. They know what impact this is going to have on them. So, how are the 1%, how are the leaders in our market dealing with all this change in volatility?
Well, let's check the slides, guys. David, in regard to that, I think like earlier this year, we saw that the rates dipped right before the war started, and there was a big spike in activity for the
Absolutely.
general market.
Absolutely. And this was all inflation, bringing the rates down. The inflation was steadily, coming down. And of course, with the oil prices going up due to the war, we've seen considerable high inflation ratings recently. And that's what essentially has been, driving the rates up. Now, if you notice over the last couple of weeks with the discussions around the ceasefire and reaching an agreement, uh, with Iran, of course, we've been noticing that the rates, in the last couple of days have been coming down, and that's good for the market.
Yeah,
That is
that
great.
could.
I mean, based
Well,
on this information that we have. Go ahead, Rick. Sorry.
well, I was going to say that is great today. It wasn't great a couple of days ago, and we don't know what it's going to be a couple. This volatility is. I'm a reporter, so I report on all this. I'm not actually out there trying to make deals like the realtors on our site are. So to me, this sounds horrifying. How are you guys looking at this?
Well, I think you do see some deals falling through, right? The statistics show here that there was a big drop off in contracts, cancellations because of fear of that. But I think, and David, you may want to be back me up on this, but I think that what we're looking at on the future forecast is possibly somewhere in the neighborhood of where we are today. I don't know that we're going to see a huge spike from here, but it does create an opportunity for that top 1% to really seize market share because they're not freezing like a deer in the headlights in that situation.
No, absolutely. I mean, one of the good things about, Angel AI, and we're going to talk about some products here, that will help you ignore the volatility, and will open up the doors for you in this volatility on how you can have a steady business and generate income. Even as a realtor, how you could position yourself, in this volatility and generate income outside of, as a realtor, especially with certain products that are very, very unique in the industry and that are offered only through Angel AI.
That's good. That's good. I'm looking forward to that. One of the things you said, Luke, hit home for me. If we're looking at a real estate market that's fundamentally flat into the future, the only way you're going to be able to grow, the only way you're going to be able to succeed is to get that business from someone else. So, how are the 1% thinking about this?
That's a great question, Rick. Basically, your top 1% of agents, they react a little bit differently, right? They're not at their core reactive. They have a solid plan, they're executing. In a lot of cases, they're spending money, a lot of money to do that. We're going to show you how to do that for free with Angel AI today. But your average agent, their lead engagement is going to slow. They may see some deals collapsing. Potentially, they may struggle, especially when you have self-employed borrowers. We're in a situation right now in our economy where there's not a lot of job growth, as we know. So what happened in the pandemic, people then went to other types of employment to feed their families, right? More self-employed, more gig income. That opens up a lot of opportunity, actually. It sounds a little bit scary initially, but it actually opens up a lot of opportunity in some of the other products and offerings from Angel AI that can help those people that are transitioning get financing. The top 1%, they're the exact opposite. They're adapting quickly. They have instant lead engagement and follow up. They have that risk visibility, so there's no surprises. They can handle these complex situations and convert those hesitant buyers to closing with Angel AI's 100% trusted answers and capability. So that's really what we want to share this life we're leading with you guys today, all of your audience here, Rick, so that they don't have to be concerned and they can navigate this market successfully.
All right. Well, that would be a big plus because there's a lot concerning in our market right now. If you have an edge, if you can get an edge, you're going to be miles ahead. Now, one of the questions that's already come up, and I don't know if now is the time to answer it or if you're going to answer it later on, but Nizzy is asking, in a changing economy like the one we're in now, are there specific loan products that can keep your pipelines active? Is that something you're going to cover for us today?
We are.
Yes,
That's a great
yes,
question, Nizzy.
absolutely. Absolutely. Why don't we head over to that slide that talks about the products? And
You want to
you
jump
know,
ahead?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the right
Let's
time.
do
We
it.
have that question from the audience. So yes, we talk about our DSCR HELOC product. So now the first question, before we begin, before I get into the product, I mean the question that you want to ask, yourself is: are you or your clients really, positioned to take advantage of the market when the rates actually settle down? Are your
Correct.
clients financially prepared to capitalize on the future investment opportunities? Or are they just sitting on, a lot of equity in their homes and they are either unable to cash that or unwilling to refinance because, they have gotten that rate, historically low rate during COVID times, right? So in today's time, professionals, like our realtor community that's joined us, and like them, or who can pivot into flexible, non-traditional lending solutions, are often positions to continue generating income even during these periods of volatility. So we have this HELOC DSCR product, that again, many states, about 30 states that are in front of you, they don't even require you to have a license to be able to originate this. And so we have a DSCR first lien HELOC product that goes up to $3 million in loan amount, and there's no prepayment penalty, up to 75% loan to value. You could actually originate that product for your clients, and have that liquidity or cash available to you when your client is ready to either purchase that home and make those investments. Now, it's not just a cash out, a $3 million loan. It just doesn't have to be a cash out or a debt consolidation. It actually, could be uh, a purchase transaction as well for your clients. So you could, think of your high cash flow buyers who are used to buying properties and are used to, investing all the time. They can actually have this line of credit available to them for up to $3 million to buy homes, pay them off, and draw on that money again. So it's an amazing product, where they can just use the funds just like a credit card. And again, there's another point, a main point, that's very unique about this, is that there is no seasoning requirement. All the loans are, I mean, you can even actually take this mortgage the next day you buy the property in cash. And again, the product is entirely underwritten by Angel AI technology. It's serviced by Angel AI technology. So, the buyers get the best experience on this product. Now, of course, let me take an example. We actually recently closed a $3.5 million, property. That's the value of the property. And we closed a $2.5 million loan on that property. And the originator charge 2% to their buyer, so $50,000. So think of the income stream that actually you can generate for yourself without having a mortgage license in those 30 states. It's huge. And not just that, it gets you the ability to get your clients the liquidity that they need for the market to be ready to invest when when the sellers
When
are out there selling their homes, when the rates fall, when they no longer they're in the golden shackles, so they're ready to sell, you're ready to buy and pounce on that opportunity, or your buyers are ready to bounce on that opportunity. So that's our first lean product, with a very good opportunity to originate that. Now we just this week we have launched our second lien product, and it goes up to $500,000. Again, no prepayment penalties. And this product, just like the first lien, you can close in an LLC. And so and this one, I don't have a live example right now, but I will think of an example about myself. If I bought a property in 2015, putting 20% down, it's an investment property. And in today's time, that property is 30% loan to value. I'm actually stuck in a 3% rate on that investment property. I don't want to let that go. If I want to cash that property, I want to take that 500,000 out of that property, I need a second lien. And I don't want to use my personal income. I don't
all
want to
right,
use my personal income. Yes.
all right. Let me jump in here because I thought I heard you say something. Paul Marshall thought you said the same thing. I want to make sure that we pound this home. Are you saying you can make loans that they don't need an MLO license to do business with you? Because that seems strange and innovative, both. How is that possible?
Yeah, so there are certain states, this is a business purpose loan. So there are over 30 states in the United States that actually don't require you to have a license to be able to originate this product. So business purpose loans, essentially are treated exempt in many of the states from MLO licensing. So as a realtor, we've all heard about DSCR loans,
Mhm.
and many, that's very commonly, many of the states don't require it. So this is similar. It's a HELOC product using where you're doing the qualification using the rental payment. So that's where the DSCR comes in, and it's a business purpose. So you don't need a license for it.
Fantastic. I love that. That's fantastic. So many of the realtors that follow us are so focused on the work that they do every day. It's what makes them great. Looking at this from a different angle like this is pretty exciting. Now, Ritu was asking specifically about the HELOC product. Is this a closed second or an open line, or are you talking about both?
So this is an open-ended. When we talk about the HELOC, where you can, draw the money and pay it back again and again, that's an open-ended transaction. So
Right.
you don't need to draw everything up front and that's it. You're no longer able to, draw on it again. That will be a closed end. So ours is an open-ended product, and that's exactly the product in today's time. A cash flow buyer or an investor would be looking for.
Yeah.
So, again, in during the draw period, you don't have to make principal payments. It's interest only. And whatever the balance is going to be at the end of the draw period, just gets amortized over the repayment period. So it's an
Fantastic.
amazing product, open-ended.
Fantastic. Luke, thanks for staying with us. I know you're having some technical, you're on the road today. So first of all, thank you for just joining us uh, and for your patience in working through any tech issues. Back to the slides. Where are we now? Because just having the product is not enough. You really have to fulfill it in a way that satisfies your customers. It looks like that's what you're talking about here. And Luke, if you want to talk, we'll make sure you come off mute. Okay, we still have more questions about this this HELOC product. Let's talk about this a minute. Is there a minimum mandatory initial draw for this line that you're talking about?
Yeah, so there is about 50% minimum draw that's required on the product for the second lien and 75% for the first lien. But again, think of if you really think of it this way, while we do require a draw, there's no prepayment penalty on this product. So the very next day you could return it back. You are not going to be paying interest. The consumers are not going to be paying interest on this product if they're not using the money. And and again, think of it, in the sense, especially on the second lien product, we go up to 70% CLTV on the second lien product, and it gives an amazing opportunity to access the liquidity that's been tied up for years, and without having to use any personal income again. Yeah.
Nope, I love it. Luke, can you hear us yet? Yeah, we'll get him back in a little bit. All right, let me get you back to your slides. Let's see. Now, here's a question. David, I don't know if this is in your wheelhouse, because I know as head of capital markets, you're looking at the entire nation. But we got a question from Shayna. Are there states or markets that have bigger untapped potential for this HELOC product than others that you're seeing?
Yeah, absolutely. Very good question, actually, because especially I see Texas, California. I mean, Texas, especially on the investor DSCR side, I've seen, when I talk to our brokers, I talk to the realtors who are working on this product, they don't even know that, yes, you can actually tap into the equity on the investment side. I know people have heard about not being able to do primary HELOCs in Texas, because of the state regulations, that kind of cause some hurdles. But, but on the investor side of it, really the investor DSCR side of it, there's a huge potential in the state of Texas, but overall, but if you really think of it, we don't have any restrictions in any of the markets. So whether it's the 50 states, whether we talk about the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, DC, I mean, this product is available in today's time everywhere. But of course, the potential is there everywhere on this product.
Yeah, somebody else in the chat mentioned Puerto Rico as a great market for a product like this. Luke, what can you tell us? Can you hear us at least? Cannot hear us. Okay. Bhavan just, all right, let's add this to the stage. All right, no, we can't hear you, Luke, but we can see your slides. The suggestion is that your mic may not be connected where you think it is.
Jen, Lucas is not. Oh, all right. So, yeah, we.
Oh, we can hear some noise now. No. All right.
Sorry, guys. Sorry about that.
All right, we got you back. Possibly a
Wonderful
little
to have
feedback.
Lucas back.
Yeah, we may have a little bit of feedback there, Lucas, so there may be something. Yeah, Abby says she can hear you now, which is good. All right. All right. We've talked about some products. We talked about some innovative approaches to make sure that you keep your pipeline full, even in a volatile market. Where are we now, Luke?
Rick, apologies.
Yeah, one of the challenges of trying to work remotely, you just have to put up with what you're given. David, can you run us through these slides if Luke can't connect?
Sure, absolutely. So, we'll talk about how realtors can get on Angel AI. First of all, every you need to have an account with the Angel AI. Get an account, get registered for a workshop, and then you can generate more business through by you can go and upload your leads, prospect new business, generate leads by having Angel AI schedule the calls to your clients and set up appointments for you. You can actually let Angel AI know, I want to have my customers, this is my lead list. I want to have my customers called, and tell Angel AI what script you want. The Angel AI, and again, this is all backed by humans, so we are not making calls through the AI, but the humans are from the United States soil are going to be making these calls. Bilingual agents are going to be making these calls to your customers and setting up appointments for you to see the home or to be able to, you know, discuss if they're looking to sell their home. So Angel AI is there to help you prospect for the leads.
Excellent. Very good. Um, I was just about to ask Luke. Jennifer, I see you in the background. Should we add Jennifer to the stage? Does she need to come on?
Sure. I think I get.
Jennifer, can you see us? Are you supposed to be on the stage? She might not even hear us. All right, let's take a look at these slides again. Oh, okay. Yes, this is what I'm interested in. Help me understand what how Angel AI is helping agents, helping the 1% differentiate themselves in this market.
Yeah, so Angel AI, you can, have your custom landing pages on Angel AI, and this is again, you just, yeah, you can get real-time landing pages on, you go in, describe, that you want to have a landing page, and it will create a landing page for you. It will create event web pages. So let's say you have an event, you're holding a cocktail, for your buyers. It could actually create an event page for you, and where the consumers can go. Your buyers or the sellers could go and register on it, and you get the entire details of who all are coming to your event. And it will send them automated notifications that the event is due, in 2 hours. So it will do all that, for them. Now, we also have listing pages where if you're posting a listing, you want to post it on Angel AI first, because it's going to help you in the SEO. It's going to make sure that it's getting a good marketing, a good reach among all the consumers uh, on all the search engines. So that's another aspect where you want to. Can you bring the slide back up for me? All right. Wonderful, thank you. So, it will boost the listings for you, and it can also create any custom marketing material for example, flyers. If you're looking to create the flyers, you don't have to hire a marketing person for yourself to create the flyers. Angel AI can generate those marketing flyers for you to be able to go and print it and be there on your open house. And Angel AI, if you have any presentations, Angel AI could convert those into very nicely prepared web pages. So, and think of it this way: if you have a presentation, it's local to your system. It's locally available in your computer, but you could actually take it forward and put it on social, put it as a web page that is searchable, that is always available, and it's on it's on search engines, it's on social media, so it's available to you. Now, the biggest thing of all, from marketing perspective, is Angel Twin. Angel Twin is something that's available to you as 24/7. You can actually go in, create an Angel Twin. Just it's your virtual representation that is available on Angel AI, where your customers can go interact with you, and the Angel Twin will answer, will react, will present, will talk just like how you do. And of course, there's going to be, it takes only about 15 minutes to set up an Angel Twin. You talk to Angel AI, and then your web page will have your Angel Twin available, where consumers can go in and virtually interact with you even when you're sleeping. Even when we understand you're not available 24/7. You have family time to have, and your customers may not be able to reach you all the time 24/7, but they can always interact with your Angel Twin, which will respond. It can set up appointments for you, and and be there for your customers, because that customer, if they don't see you, many times they're going to leave and they're going to go for another realtor. So this is your availability on virtually 24/7.
All right. Now, David, I'm going to push back a little bit, but before I do that, let me point out that we have a bunch of people on this call today who are already apparently using your tools, using Angel AI now, and it's making a huge difference in their business. But let me ask you this: I subscribe to a lot of software that experts can do amazing things with. They can do all kinds of things, but when I get in there, I can't do that. How does Angel AI guide the user through so they can do the amazing things that you're talking about with us today?
Yeah. Again, I think the first thing I would recommend, every realtor to do would be to go in and sign up for a workshop, and then be ready to be able to make use of all the, you know, uh, these options that are available, whether it's a lead generation, marketing, and remember, this is not helping you keep the business. This is helping you generate new business. And Angel AI, I know one of the things that with the realtors is about how the lenders, um, are not able to, how they don't have confidence in the lenders. Many of the lenders in their qualification. So one of the things that we have done with Angel AI, you could have the customer go on Angel AI and do, a true approval, qualify and have 100% warranted true approval, where, if the customer, once he gets a true approval, has resolved all the outstanding items that they will have as the requirements that they have, whether it's related to income, assets, and can use that true approval same as good as a cash offer. So there's no outstanding item. The only outstanding items on a true approval are property related conditions, your purchase contract, your title report, your appraisal report, which is there for a cash offer as well. So here you have a true approval which can close in mandated minimum 7 days that's required by law. Within 7 days you can actually have a closing. After 7 days you can actually have a closing, on a loan where the consumer has been completely true approved by Angel AI. And again, that it's a breakthrough technology that's underwriting everything, end to end, processing, underwriting, going all the way up to servicing, all through using Angel AI.
Wow, it's fantastic. And I don't want to jump over that too quickly, but that true approval is not like pre-approval, right?
Oh,
It's not.
it's nowhere close to pre-approval. True approval is a step that's at the top of the pre-approval, because pre-approval, when you do a pre-approval, that's where, as a real estate agents, you sometimes are not able to trust the document that has been provided by the lender because it has open conditions. And you would not see those outstanding items. For example, a verification of employment, a verification of income. Yes, I have provided the income, to the lender. Lender has used that income to pre-approve me, but we realized that the bonus income that the consumer was receiving was only for the last 6 months. We could not really use that bonus income. And this is where the true approval comes in, where your income has absolutely been verified with your employer, and that the decision has been issued, which is a 100% warranted decision that yes, we will lend as long as your financial condition has not changed, and it's as good as a cash offer.
Yeah, now we've had Pavan on the show before, and he made that clear. He's putting his money where his mouth is on this true approval. If Angel AI says you can do the job, you'll close the loan, is what I've been told. Right?
Oh, absolutely.
That's amazing.
Angel AI is, everything is backed by Angel AI's valuation. 119 billion is what it's valued at, and this is the capital that's, behind Angel AI.
I'll close a few loans. All right, what are we looking at here?
Oh, so amazing. I mean, Angel Income, I mean, it's really meant for, for today's customers, especially the, customers with complex, self-employment income or business income. So angel income, we can calculate. Angel AI can calculate income in less than 5 minutes, and it is going to be an income that is completely warrantable and reliable income that can be used by the brokers, by the loan officers, to pre-approve, to get their customers pre-approved. So the way Angel AI does it, it reads the tax returns, it reads the schedules, and does its behind the scenes AI to actually spit out the income that you can actually use towards an underwriting approval. So, this is something out of the world. No, I mean, if you really think of it this way, there's not a technology that can give you a warranted income within 5 minutes that actually you're going to rely and use on to lend your money.
Well, sure, and no wholesale lender or other lender is going to accept that without a ton of additional information to confirm it and approve it and all that stuff. What you're talking about is actually looking at a very complex market, which we have, where virtually everyone we know is making money in as many ways as they can and
Oh,
finding a way to
absolutely.
use that right to guarantee a
Absolutely.
loan. It's
The in
amazing.
today's time, everybody has, you know, more than one stream of income, and everybody is doing some kind of a side hustle, and it's the income in today's time is getting more and more complicated. And again, this is all Angel AI reads all these complicated structures of income and derives one income that is going to be used by the underwriter, and and the income that you can actually trust and rely on for the consumer. Sorry, Rick, I couldn't hear you.
Well, that's because I was on mute. That's ridiculous.
Uh,
We have Jennifer. I've just added to the screen. Can you introduce her to us?
oh, sure. Jennifer our is the CTO, is the Chief Technology Officer at Angel AI, and the technology, Angel AI technology, had a birth around her. So she's been involved from day one, along with Pavan, to actually build this technology, which is now valued at 120 billion today.
Well, fantastic. Jennifer, thank you for joining us. What we've been
A
hearing about from
pleasure.
David, I got to tell you, what we've been hearing about from David is a lot. And it makes us wonder, how can you deliver this on a regular basis? But I see all kinds of people in our chat that are already using this and loving it. From your perspective, how has Angel AI been accepted in the marketplace, and what kind of a difference is it making for real estate agents today?
Um, Angel AI is not a typical AI that anybody sees around there, right? I know there's a hype around the entire world about AI, AI, AI. Angel AI is very, very different. How? It is not just answering simple questions for you. It is giving you confidence. It's earning the real estate agent's trust, the customer's trust, right? Trust is what makes the mortgage industry and anybody's life calm and relaxed and be able to close loans with confidence, no matter what kind of market it is, right? Angel AI is a tool that anybody and everyone, including real estate agents, loan officers, anybody can use so that they are immune to the market volatility, right? So you use this every single day. You use this in every step of your process, whether it be lead prospecting, as David talked about, or whether it be getting more loans, like David talked about the HELOC DSCR. You don't even
Mhm.
need to go to a loan officer or a lender or anything. You don't have to be licensed, right? This is how the Angel AI is very different. There's no other AI in this entire world which can offer that to you. who's going to offer you HELOC DSCR products, right? Who's going to offer you lead prospecting features, who's going to offer everything in a single package. You don't have to think for a second, oh, where do I have to go to use this? Where do I have to go use this? Nothing. With Angel Agents, it's all going to be packaged in one simple place for you. All you need to do is just ask Angel AI, and everything is available for you in one place that you can earn millions of dollars just sitting in one place, establishing those connections, establishing those um, uh, consumer connections, and on top of all that, making money. The market can go up, the market can go down. You don't have to worry about it because technology is a tool that will be immune to any changes that happen around you. And that is what Angel AI is delivering to you. So market is no exception to that.
Jennifer, I love this. Now, it, it takes me back in my mind to the very early days of AI when the only way you could learn it was to get in it and play with it. And that may be true to some extent with Angel AI, but I love how somebody in your comments recently said, let me see if I can find it, about training anyone, anywhere to help them make the most of this. Tell us how effective that is, because it seems like you've built so much into this that you could get lost trying to figure out how to do it. So how do you teach the teams to kind of present this in a way that makes sense to folks?
It is simple, right? I know Pavan always quotes this in his calls and his presentations. Two classic examples, right? A grandma was able to get a loan approved and closed using Angel AI. And Pavan's mom, who's 80 plus years old, doesn't know how to use computers or doesn't use anything else. She only uses one thing, which is WhatsApp and now Angel AI. Why? It is a simple chat based tool. You don't have to know fancy words. You don't have to understand all the terminologies. You just talk to Angel AI like you would talk to an individual right next to you. Just ask her whatever is in your mind. She is a tech. She's not going to take offense to anything you say. You just ask her. You speak to someone like you're speaking to someone sitting next to your fireplace. You don't have to worry about anything. That is why Angel AI is so powerful because you don't have to have any tech savvy knowledge at all, period. If a grandma can close a loan using Angel AI, and if 80 plus year old can use this just like a chat, like they use WhatsApp or anything, a text message, then you don't need any training to use Angel AI. That is why Angel AI is so simple to use, so effective to use. And that's all I tell everybody who's training others on Angel AI. Don't think too much. Just speak like you're speaking to someone sitting next to a fireplace in a coffee shop, because those are things that real estate agents are already doing. They're meeting people in a fireplace, they're meeting people at their homes, they're meeting people at coffee shops, right? So just talk like that. You don't have to learn anything special. The only reason we have workshops available for Angel AI is to learn the features that she can offer. I know David went over a ton of features that are available on Angel AI. Yes, you need to go to a workshop to understand how those features can be used. But if you just want to close loans, if you're just trying to prospect leads, you just go to Enjoy, ask her like you're talking to someone next door.
Boy, I love that. I love it, Jennifer. Now, anyone who's been through any leadership training knows that you only need a tactic or two above your competition to really set yourself apart. So when I think of this in terms of the professional realtors that we write to and how this could be the virtual assistant they've always dreamed of and could not possibly find. Do you have a lot of real estate agents that are realizing that this is the perfect virtual assistant?
Yes, absolutely. Right.
Fantastic.
I speak to enough agents, I speak to enough business owners, I speak to a lot of producing realtors and members. And recently I was at a event that we had in Vegas, a Mindset Summit event, right? The and I also see some of our own loan officers being able to connect with a lot of real estate agents just because they have Angel AI, right? They have the front door access to Angel AI, which means they their agents have front seat access to Angel AI, right? So that is why this has become more and more and more powerful tool for anyone and everyone who's using it. Real estate agents, I know we have partnered with, I don't know if this is the place to say, but we've partnered with NAREP, we've partnered with a lot of other ROA, and all of those real estate agent offices use Angel AI explicitly. I mean, you see some slides showing Mark Demas and also Maritza Furlan, all of them using Angel AI. And why? Number one, it is a $110 billion company. Two, it is backed by a mortgage company, which is the home of fair lending. So you want a tool that is going to be useful for every every consumer of yours, right? And what else is better available than Angel AI to offer that to you? It doesn't matter you have a consumer who has no credit score. It doesn't matter you have a consumer with bad credit, a good credit. In fact, we always tell everyone there is no bad or good credit. It either works or doesn't work. We just check for the ability to repay, and there it goes. So that's the kind of tool Angel AI has delivered already because it is backed by 45 years of mortgage data, and it is able to review a consumer's information no matter what kind of job they have, no matter which part of the country they are from, no matter what uh, diversification they come from. Angel AI is going to be able to do that in minutes, no matter what your background
I
is.
love
And
it.
that is why this is so powerful.
Jennifer, I love it. I love the product. Now, we've done a couple of webinars on this. We're probably going to do more on this. Before we leave, we're going to leave a slide where they can easily just find the link so they can get signed up. It's super easy. But let's get back.
Yes.
We only have about 15 minutes. So let's get back to the original question. So we're in
Sure.
a market with a ton of volatility, kind of scary. We don't know what's going to happen. But as far as we can tell, the market's going to be flat for the rest of the year. If you're going to grow, you're going to have to take that business from someone else. So if a real estate agent comes into your office tomorrow and says, all right, I need a plan, I need to know exactly what to do to overcome the competition in my market, what are you guys going to tell them?
So use Angel AI, right? That'll be my first response. So what do I do with Angel AI, right? You can build your network using Angel AI. You can get leads from Angel AI. You can um, do that. You can not only get leads, you can also prospect those leads at Angel AI. And how much any of this is going to cost you? Nothing, right? It is free. That is the key behind everything with Angel AI. And I know everybody asks me, why is it free? Because we're valued at 110 billion, right? I mean, we can. And I know Pavan says this. Just because we can, we're able to do it, right? So, number one, use this for creating the network. Two, use this to get your leads. Use this to prospect your leads. And I know you can also use this as your assistant. We have the feature called Real Estate Transaction Coordinator. As a real estate agent, you can use her as your real estate transaction coordinator. And currently, it's already available in about 5 states, and we're already working on adding more and more and more in states. So, with all these features available within Angel AI, number one, you're not spending any extra penny. Number two, you're building those connections because yesterday, if you had 2 connections and you were able to close the same number of loans, now you need 200 connections. And where can you go to get that 200 connections instantly? Angel AI. And there's also a feature within Angel AI, which we call custom link. And what is that custom link really? That is what is actually helping you build that connections. And guess what? You connect with person A, and that person A connects with person B, and you benefit from that person B connecting to person A as well. And that is a connection tree that you will be able to build within Angel AI, right? So all these features is what is going to help you not only survive this market, but make money in this market as well, because you're the only one who is going to be there in order to meet your customers' expectations. Another feature that I always tell real estate agents is, when do you meet with your customers? Weekends, right? And which loan officer or which lender is going to be available there for you for weekends to answer questions, some complex scenarios that your consumers may have, or has a question regarding lending. Angel AI is going to be there. And she's not only giving you the answers, those answers that she gives you is 100% warranted. What I mean by 100% warranted, that once she says, it's set in stone. There's no going back. How many of you have faced situations where you go to the eve of closing and then the lender comes and says, oops, my underwriter missed that. I can't close this loan. The loan is declined now. Right? How many of you have faced that? I bet there's going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of real estate agents have faced that problem. But when you're working with Angel AI, you will never have to face that problem again. Why? Because number one, I know David spoke a little bit about true approval. Number two, once that decision is issued, once that condition is resolved, it's resolved for good. It's not going to come back. Angel AI is never going to come back and tell you, oops, I missed that. Never, not happening. So, this is how you not only survive the market volatility, you are actually there and making more money by you.
All right, Jennifer, I love that. In a minute, I'm going to come back to you and I'm going to push back a little bit because one of the things I love about working at Weekly Real Estate News is we have a very intelligent readership. These guys are no slouches. They're gonna ask the tough questions, and I'm going to ask you what free really means in a second when I come back, and I'll preface it with the fact that I've met your CEO, and he is the kind of guy that would give away something for free. But I want to make sure people. But before I do that, David, I want to go to you for final thoughts. If somebody came into your office and said, I need a plan and I need it right now, what are the things you're going to suggest that they do?
Again, the first thing I would say is get to know Angel AI. That's sign up for a workshop. Yeah, and the link is there in the presentation on the last slide. If you can pull it up, sign up and get to know Angel AI. It's a 1 hour workshop, 45 minutes to 1 hour workshop that will get you hands-on with Angel AI, and you'll be able to use all the services. I would start building my connections through Angel AI. So that means if I have a customer that's joining through my custom link that Jennifer referred to, I know that customer is connected to me, and that customer is mine for life under Angel AI. So you know um, workshop, that's the first thing, and get to learn and see what brilliant things Angel AI can do for you.
All right. All right. I love it. I'm going to splash this screen up again before we're done because you need to see it. And if you're working for someone in the hierarchy above you that needs to see it, this program will be available to anyone who registered on demand afterward. So bring your CEO in, bring your CFO in, let them see this, let them click on the link and find out what it can mean for their business. Now, Jennifer, all right. Nobody believes free anymore. It's something. If it's free, you're the customer, right? So what's behind Angel AI that makes it worth it for Pavan to have built something like this and throw it out into the marketplace?
It is, I mean, trust me, I'm a person who always says nothing comes for free, right? And trust me, I do say that. But Angel AI, there's no strings, guys. It is free. Why? Because we're 110 billion valued at, right? So there is no strings there. Um, you have to use it to see it, right? And you can ask anybody who's used it. There's no link there. There's no subscription option. Nothing. In fact, someone sent me a .ai with a free link in it. I go there, and then there's a free service, there's a paid service, there's a subscription service, everything. You go to Angel AI, you can click around anywhere you want. You will not see a place where there's a subscription option, pay option. No, you
I
just
love it.
Angel AI, you collect your points and you use those points within Angel AI. You can even shop within Angel AI. You can win free t-shirts with Angel AI. There is no strings at all. Very simple. We're valued at 120 billion and we're able to offer this, and we're already offering this. We've been offering this for almost 7 years now,
Right.
right? So
Right.
no
Well,
questions, no
it
strings.
well, I love that. And you have to try it. You have to find out for yourself. In light of our topic today, though, with the volatility in the market, we don't have any idea what's going to happen with the Fed now, and that's going to have implications for everyone down the chain. But there's something great about knowing that if you go to this tool and get an answer, well, let's not let me say it. Let's let Pavan say it, because he's watching us, I think, from the air. He's flying somewhere. Warranted intelligence. It's a game changer, and you need to experience yourself. All right, guys, we're about to bump up on time. I want to go to both of you and ask for final thoughts. And I want to thank Luke for trying so hard to get through to us. I'm absolutely sure it's the hotel's fault. Those networks are horrible in general. But he got us started and he ran our slides for the whole thing. So thank you for that, Luke. We're going to put this up. Guys, give me your last thoughts, your final thoughts before we turn these folks back to get back to their busy day.
Yeah, I would say again, doesn't matter what the volatility does. If you have Angel AI, you're the winner. And regarding the products that we talked about, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to, I'll post my cell phone here in the comments. I talk to a lot of realtors, a lot of brokers every day, and I'm happy to post my cell phone number. Please feel free to give me a call if you want to get signed up with SunWest to be able to offer these products that I talked about today, and want to help, pitch to those customers. I'm happy to do it for you. So again, my cell is 562-972-5482. I'm always available. Give me a call. Thank you.
Very good.
For attending.
Jennifer, final thoughts. And before I send it to you, let me just tell you what Pavan says about final thoughts. No other AI company in the universe has this tech, and I know that falls mostly to you. So give us your final thoughts today.
Yes, and as Pavan mentioned, nobody else has this tech, right? And if you go into, I know I might get a little techie here, but go to angelai.com/white pages, right? Yeah, and you will see what we're talking about, and go to angelai.com/comparisons. You'll know what we're talking about. There is not a single AI company, number one, is a warranted intelligence. Number two, has the kind of data, the 45 years of mortgage data that SunWest provided Angel AI with. Number three, 100% trusted. She gives you a response, no questions asked. And everything for how much? Free. And no strings attached with that. Right? What else can you expect from a tech? That's what I would like you to remember.
You got to try it, folks. You got to try it. I hope that you agree with me that this was some great information today that I think can definitely help you, especially those of you who, like me, tend to get really nervous when we see the volatility in the market and no signs of it ever stopping. This could be a pathway forward for you, and you deserve to check it out. Now, we're always trying to up our game at Weekly Real Estate News. We're always trying to bring you the kind of content that's going to make you more successful. And we hope that you agree that this was that. And you can send us your feedback. You can send it to us. You'll find our links, all of our emails on our website at wrenews.com. David, Jennifer, thank you so much. Luke, thank you. We can't see you, but I know you're still behind the scenes. I'll put this up one more time just to make sure that people have access to this link. And I hope you guys will come back and talk to us again as the market continues to change and new opportunities present themselves that our readers need to know about.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys, we're going to turn you back to get you back to your busy day. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope we see you next time.
Thank you.